folks? Welcome to the Gobbler Coaches Show. My partner Ray Reese and I are here with Coach Jack Alvarez. Coach, tough loss last week against Wimberley. A game, however, though, that in our opinion, the defense came out and played pretty good, at least for the majority of the game.
I thought they played much better. They had to play much better, if we're going to have a chance to, get people off the field. I thought we tackled better. We moved some people around. I thought that helped us a little bit. I thought, last week I was talking earlier, I thought JD played pretty good at safety last week. I thought Melon Draco showed up. He made some plays. And then Luke DeBoard, I thought he had a really good game. And then Bo had 11 tackles from a defensive end and a pass breakup and maybe a fumble recovery. So he's starting to fit in. I know you look at him and say, that guy, defensive end, but the deal is his length and speed is really, really hard for high school linemen to block, and he's bought into it. And I know he can play a bunch of other things. He's a kicker. He's just a really, really good athlete. Defensive end / kicker. You heard of that one lately, right?
I was like, last time Cuero had a defensive lineman that was a kicker.
He was toe punching it.
Yeah, he was toe punching it, but he was all Southwest Conference at Baylor and actually got drafted. He's deceased now, Joe Campbell. But that'd be the last time I can remember a defensive lineman being our kicker.
Yeah, he's not. He does a pretty good job at all of it. I thought we had a good game plan. I thought the kids executed it well. That's never know. That might be somebody we see again. I think the kids walked away with some confidence, especially on defense. One of them games, we try to manage the game a little better, not take as many chances, and defense is playing well, let them play.
By looking at the film, was there still 1 second on the clock right there at halftime?
In my opinion,
we thought they were.
In my opinion, yes. That should have been a really good play for that situation. That's one of them deals that was supposed to be a keep away play. And, if the corner comes up, we should have been able to dump it in the back of the end zone right there for an easy one. And it just didn't happen the way we planned. Or he gets out of bounds,
right.
Because he's sitting there with 7 seconds. I'm out of timeout. So,
right.
Let's take one that, we either got a chance to get out of bounds or get a touchdown. And, we've been kind of snake bit down there, but we will get
2 weeks in a row.
Oh, don't remind me.
Sorry about that.
Don't remind me. Don't think I don't know. So, that was one of them deals. What do? We could have thrown one up right there. But that was kind of the plan too. It was supposed to be a run, pass, and get out of bounds.
Sure.
And then it don't.
One
happen.
of the three things that you didn't want to happen.
Yeah, the time ran out. Right. So anyway. The kids are trying hard. They're learning weekly, and we will continue to get better.
Ray, anything to add?
I think I definitely say I saw improvement, and I'm still amazed. I don't think people who understand the complexity of the game and trying to get, and I'm going to say more than 11, but you only have 11 on the field at one time, but trying to get 11, say 14 to 18-year-olds to execute when you haven't had any spring practice. You know what I'm saying? You had no time to install anything before you really started in the end of July. To me, it's amazing. But I think there was a big step from week 1 to week 2.
I think so, definitely defensively. Offensively, we're still got a lot of moving parts over there on the offensive side of the ball. And, at some point we got to quit making excuses that we didn't have time, and we got to execute. And the kids have got to get it, and we got to, and not just them get it, but we got to get them right. And, again, I'm not much on making excuses.
No, sure.
And, we got to get the kids right. I don't blame the kids at all. They're put in a situation where the adults, we got to try to help them get out of it.
Well, this week you face a Yoakum team that is very familiar to Cuero. Talk a little bit about what the Gobblers can face tonight on both sides of the ball.
Well, first thing I want to say, I just want to talk about the, what a cool rivalry game, 111 years, and I was talking to Mr. Foreman the other day. He interviewed me about it, and just the amount of rivalry games I've got to be a part of. I've got West Orange Jasper, what a rivalry game, and Newton Kirbyville, that's a big one for that part of the state, and then the Pinecone Bowl, West Sabine versus Hemphill, and then in Ennis, I got to be a big part of the Waxahachie Ennis rival, and now this one's even to me, a bigger deal to the communities than some of those, and it's definitely got more tradition. 111 years. What an honor to be able to be the coach in a game like that.
It's interesting. I pulled this out. They put this in the paper, Jack, when it was the 100th game, and it's and I have it all the way through. But it's Cuero's won 70, lost 34, and tied 6. So tonight's 110. Add that up, and tonight's 111. But I was real curious. We're in the COVID pandemic. They did not play in 1918.
Really?
The Spanish flu. It says did not play.
Huh.
So Cuero and Yoakum did not play in 1918, but we are playing in 2020.
That's very cool. Well, going back to your question a while ago, and I didn't forget. I just want to make mention of just
by all means.
Just the the tradition of the communities and the rivalry there. That is very fun to me, and I know it is to the town. Just me looking at them and what issues that will pop up. That number one, I think that their running back is a pretty good player. Number 4, like I said, I never really learned a bunch of names till after the season, but right now, being a new, I know the numbers of the kids. I think he's a good player on both sides of the ball. He plays free safety and running back. The quarterback also plays some safety, and he's probably, I think, their best overall tackler over there. And I mean, he managed the game well on offense. He won't be the best thrower we've seen, but he is adequate. Their offensive line may be overall the most physical we've seen. I showed y'all some clips of that a while ago, but to me, those 5 guys come off the ball. It looks like 5 little wars going on.
Yeah.
So I've been impressed with the way their line plays. Defensively, they got 2 big wins, number 19 and 88. They'll be a handful for us. And then number 75 plays the nose guard. He probably plays some 3 technique also. He is a handful. He's about 6 foot, 315, and he's got a really good motor for a kid that size. Then in the middle, they've moved. They had a move-in come in. I think he's one of the coach's kids over there, number 34. He'll be one of the top linebackers we've seen so far. So, there's places we think we can exploit, but just talking about what they bring to the game. I think that's their best things that they bring.
Yeah, it's been weird to me over the years, and I guess that's why it's a rivalry game. There have been years. Let's go back just 2 years ago. We won the state championship, and that's the only game we lost.
Yeah.
So you can't. I know it's the 3rd game of the year. When I was in high school, we played them the 1st game of the year. It was always the 1st game of the year, but not on today's show, Jack. There's a lot of good stories I can tell you about crazy things that have happened in the games and before the games over the years. But yeah, you just throw it out, and the kids will get up for it. Though it'll be a war tonight.
And at one point, they were even we were in the same district.
They were in the same district for a while. Yeah.
So, well, Coach, talk a little bit about what happened last night with our sub-varsity games.
Well, we had a scrimmage situation last night with the 7th and 8th grade. Both those were real tight. If you ask us, we'll probably say we felt like we won the 7th grade, and if you ask them, they probably say they felt like they won it. That's how scrimmages are.
Sure.
8th grade, they, after talking to the coaches, I didn't get to see that. I was at home last night, but they said that they felt like that our 8th grade definitely edged them out too. So, but they did say that it was very spirited and highly competitive.
And it was against Yoakum, right?
Yes, sir. That was against Yoakum.
Okay.
And then our combined freshman JV team played their combined freshman JV team. The plan was not for that to happen. I got a call from Coach Danaher yesterday. We were going to go down to Cal with the JV, and they had some COVID cases pop up, so they had to cancel on us. Well, I knew Yoakum was bringing a combined freshman JV team over here. So I said, "Hey, get them all in the same color, and we'll put our kids together, and we'll just play them." And we won the game 22-0. We started the game pretty much playing. It'd be like JV offense, and then the freshman defense would go, and then it'd be the freshman offense, and then as the game went, we started combining the kids a little bit, and we won the game 22-0, and probably should have scored 30. But it was a first part of the game was very physical, and as it went, I just thought we got better and better as the evening went. And that's hard. I tell you what, it's hard on kids to kind of get in a group when you got one whole offense out there and then another whole offense out there. So I was really proud of how they hey, let's go play. And I told them, don't worry about this. I said, don't worry about the circumstances. You're getting a chance to play, and let's make the best of it. And they did.
in a situation like that where they bring a combined group and you combined your group, is it kind of an agreed upon deal that, hey, we're going to put our JV out there offense out there against your JV defense, or is it just that kind of how it worked out last night?
That's just how it worked out last night, and I mean they were not. That's how they play. They don't have two teams.
Okay.
We have two complete teams. So looking over there, they looked like they had the same amount of kids we had, but that's how they choose to play their guys. So, and I think what they're trying to do, and it's their program. I think they're trying to put their kids together as freshmen and sophomores and let them play, and start getting those kids used to playing together. Some people have that philosophy. Others have us get as many kids as we can play in, which I lean more to the second.
Ray, anything more you want to add on Yoakum?
No, other than it is what it is. I don't mean that to sound funny. It's one of the more fun games of the year. They always play as hard. I know Coach Robinson, he used to be in Lavernia, and we played him several times. I'm saying when he was in Lavernia, Bo, I think he played at Texas. Wasn't he an offensive lineman at Texas?
Defensive
lineman. D-lineman.
Okay. I know his brother. I've coached against his brother when I was at Kirbyville, and they were at Jasper. Good coaching family. His dad was a coach.
Right. I was going to say he's a good guy. Back then we did 7-on-7. It may still be the same. Parents coached it in the summer, but we went up there and played. And my son's senior year, I was one of the parent kind of responsible for getting him to and from, and got to stand there and talk to him. But seemed like a nice guy.
I think so. I mean,
like
I said, I've been knowing him.
Yeah.
I've been knowing of him a long time. I've known his brother for 25 years, so I feel like I know him, and he's been good to deal with since I've been here.
We'll talk a little bit about what else is going on in Gobbler athletics.
Well, Gobbler athletics, our volleyball team, they jumped out of the gate 6-2 and beat Weimer. I got to watch actually a pretty good portion of that, standing through the doors watching, and I tell you what, it looked like we had a little smash mouth volleyball that night, and then I think as it's turned, we played a little better competition maybe, and we dropped a couple tonight. I know we have a big challenge versus Wimberley. So there's nothing wrong with playing good competition, especially going into district and let you know where you're at and where you need to get better. And hopefully that's what we're doing as a football team too. Cross country wise, Brooke Wendell, I don't know her times right offhand, but I know she had a good meet last week and was a medalist. And she's been a leader in that program. I understand even into last year, and I got to watch her work out this summer. I will tell you, if she'll lead that team, if you'll get behind her, I think they can have a really strong cross-country season.
Well, I think that's all we got for today.
Hey, one thing we hadn't talked about, the weather's been nice.
Oh,
it's a little bit more like
football weather.
Oh, the weather, unbelievable. Waking up this morning or actually yesterday morning, said, do I want a jacket or not? And I said, not. And I'm going to enjoy this because I know it's probably a bad trick that Mother Nature's playing on us. We'd probably be 95 and 120% humidity here in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right on that deal.
Yeah, but that's
so anyway, it has been a breath of fresh air. No pun intended, but I know the kids, they were bouncing around way better yesterday, and I expect both teams, especially the big boys, to enjoy tonight.
Yeah. Well, Coach,
let me ask one other thing.
Okay.
We won't obviously name any names, but speak to a little bit about how good a job that the trainers and the coaches as well have been doing in the situation with COVID and how y'all been able to handle that.
Well, I mean, just talking about from a sideline aspect, the trainers, what they're doing for our water, there's been meetings and discussions, and I'm talking about all over the state with coaches, how are you going to handle water on the sidelines? And what's legal, cups are legal. We can't actually share water bottles. So what we've done, we have 13 trainers. They all are responsible for 4 kids. They carry their water bottles around with their names on them, and they are actually sitting there watching our kids for timeouts, coming on and off the field and making sure their kids are watered. It's been a really, really cool as the coach to watch those kids interact and not just be responsible, but take upon themselves to take care of the kids. You look at 2 weeks ago, we're playing in this time of year. I honestly don't think we've had a cramp. So the hydration part of it has not been a problem. Now, maybe I don't know. Sometimes maybe we're not playing hard enough to get a cramp. I don't know. That's my fault though. I got to get that going. But anyway, usually this time of year you're having some cramps. Even guys are in really, really good shape just because their body makeup, they don't have a lot of fat to carry a lot of water, so they get out there and get to going and they cramp up. But anyway, that's been interesting to watch those kids work, and I'm very, very proud of them and how Coach Hobbs has got those kiddos going over there too.
Good deal.
So far, knock on wood, so far you haven't had any kids since you started you haven't lost a kid to participation due to testing positive.
No, I have not. We had a couple cases this summer, but it was so they were in and out so much this summer that it really didn't affect us, and the rules wasn't quite the same. We had some rules about COVID on the summer workouts, but none of it really ever affected us. We had, we even had some coaches this summer that tested positive we had to remove. But as far as kids go, we've been highly, highly blessed on that. And like I said, you never know when it's your turn, or maybe COVID came through here early. I don't know. I'll say this: the week they hired me, going back and thinking about it, and knowing what was going on, I think I had COVID then. I was sick. I was sick. I had a lot of the symptoms. I hope I had it, because I know some folks are really, really struggling with it, and we got to do the best we can to take care of ourselves.
Yep.
All right,
and our community.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight against the Yoakum Bulldogs. Game is tonight at 7:30 in Yoakum, so tune in and watch us. Thank you.
Sounds good. We'll see you there.
Testing 1 2 3. 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 Testing. It's coming back to my headset. Okay. It's no problem. We just let it play video. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2
Testing, 1, 2, 3. 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 Okay. Good evening. Welcome to Bulldog Stadium in Yoakum, Texas. We've been having a little technical difficulties, but we think we got it figured out for the 111th meeting between the Yoakum Bulldogs and the Cuero Gobblers. Cuero leads the all-time series, 70 wins to 34 wins for Yoakum, and there have been 6 ties. Before we get started tonight, I'd like to thank our game sponsors, or all our sponsors tonight. RNC Insurance, Engine Service, Brian Gomez State Farm, Lance Tire, Cuero Education Foundation, the Cuero Record, Standard Printing, and Grace Memorial Chapel. We thank these fine folks for spending their dollars to help support the Gobbler Booster Club and make this broadcast tonight possible. Interestingly enough, I think this is I think it may be the second most played rivalry in Texas high school football. It's not the longest, most continuously played rivalry, but interestingly enough, we're making a little history tonight. I went back and looked. We are playing in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. They did not play, Cuero and Yoakum did not play in 1918 during the Spanish flu pandemic. That was one of the years early on that they did not play. So interestingly enough, although back in that day the Spanish flu may have kept them from playing, COVID-19 is not keeping them from playing. Coming into the night, Yoakum enters with a 2-0 record. They have defeated Palacios in week 1 and Smithville in week 2. Smithville will be in Cuero's district this year. Cuero is coming in 0-2, having lost to Lavernia and Wimberley. Let's see, they're doing the toss here. Yoakum won the toss and deferred to the second half. Cuero elects to receive the ball on the south end zone, moving to the north, and Yoakum will defend the north end zone. And this is one of those games that you can pretty much always throw out the record. It's just a good rivalry game. Oddly enough, just in recent history, to put that into perspective, and I believe it was 2017 when Yoakum played in the state finals that year. Cuero defeated them rather handily, and then the next year in 2018 when Cuero won the state championship, the only loss of the year was to Yoakum here in Yoakum. And we'll pause for a moment here as we have the national anthem and probably the pledge and a prayer. Okay, If you're wondering why I'm talking, this is Ray Reese. Clay is on a volleyball assignment and should be here somewhere, hopefully in the middle of the first quarter, the end of the first quarter. So it's yours truly only until he gets here. Oh, I actually see him coming up the steps right now. Okay, so he's going to get here before we get started, which is a good deal. Obviously, y'all can see it tonight. Cuero's in all white helmets, white jerseys, white pants, green numbers. Yoakum tonight in all blue with blue helmets. Kind of a new look for them in my memory. They've had a lot of silver pants and silver helmets recently, but all blue tonight. And Yoakum, again, will be kicking from the north end zone. Clay, glad you got here, man. Just barely, man. You haven't missed a thing. All right,
just in the nick of time.
I'm gonna turn it over to him and go back to my stat duties here and commenting here and there. So,
did you tell everybody what they're wearing?
Yes, I did.
All right, good deal. Short squib kick over to the right-hand side of the field. That's Lucas DeBoer that takes that and gets driven out of bounds about the 42-yard line. I'll get you.
I've already announced all the sponsors for tonight. I have not done anything. We have not done starting lineups because you had the sheet.
All right. All right, here we go. Gobblers start out at pretty good field position on their 42-yard line. Breck Yellaby fakes the handoff and takes it around the right-hand side for about a 5-yard gain. Starters for tonight on offense. Left tackle, bear with me, Kyle Weghorst. Left guard, Dalen Zepeda. Center is going to be Caleb Smith. Right guard is going to be Jake Plunkett. And right tackle, Jonas DeLeon. Gobblers facing a 2nd and 5. Pitch to J.D. Nataro around the right-hand side. He gets close to the 50, going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. Rounding out the starters on the offensive side of the ball. At the Y position, A.J. Arroyo, wide receiver, Deverick Mathis. The other wide receivers, Xavier Durham. Running backs, Jackson Hardwick, J.D. Nataro, and Belvin Justice. Quarterback, Breck Yellaby. And the other running back is Tyson Williams. You're going to also see a lot of Bo Fournette and LeBron Johnson out there at wide receiver tonight.
3rd and 2.
Yellaby pitches it to Tyson Williams around the left-hand side. He's going to get the first down and more into Bulldog territory. Nice, tough run in there by Tyson Williams.
Clay, I haven't mentioned it yet on the air. We talked about it in the coaches show for the people who didn't listen to the coaching show. Yoakum is really big up front. Just a couple of, here's about 9 weight for them. 265, 275, 280, 295, 305, 250, 230, and 235.
Yeah, for a 318, that's pretty big, folks.
Division I. They got a lot more size up front than Cuero does tonight.
First and 10 from the Yoakum 45-yard line. Handoff to Tyson Williams. Flags on the play. He's dropped down for about a yard gain, but we'll see what this flag is.
Would seem like it'd have to be holding thrown by the chop block. God, dog.
That's a big one. That's going to push the Gobblers back into their side of the field. If you're just joining us, 9:51 left to go in the first quarter. Got the Gobblers opening drive. They're facing now a first and
25.
First and 25.
It's not a way to help yourself when you're struggling offensively as the Gobblers have been.
Play clock is at 10. Gobblers break the huddle. Now it's at 5. He gets it off with a second to spare. Fakes and rolls to his left. Throws downfield. Got a man out of bounds. Intended receiver was J.D. Nataro. Good coverage there by number 8, Jason Nockey.
That's another one of those that you sometimes wonder if Bragg had 2 big linemen chasing him, but there was nobody between the lineman, the line of scrimmage, and the cornerback if he just turns the corner there. Second and 25.
Gobblers come out with 2 receivers split to the right. J.D. Nataro in a slot formation. Ellaby takes the snap, rolls to his right, throws downfield, in and out of the hands of number 4, Xavier Durham. Almost pulled that thing in, so now the Gobblers are facing a 3rd and forever.
We're kind of in that time of day. I'm not sure what the camera picks up, but the lights haven't really taken effect yet. It's not dark enough for the stadium lights to really do much job. Or maybe it's just me. Seems rather dim.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 25 for the Gobblers. Ellaby in a shotgun. They jump.
They were offsides.
Hands off to J.D. Nataro up the middle for little to no gain, but we're going to get to replay this down.
So that'll repeat 3rd down, but this time the Gobblers only need 20.
So as you say, they're facing a 3rd and 20 from their 45-yard line.
I would kind of expect that they throw it up long and take your chances.
Sure.
Even if if you throw it 30 yards down the field and they intercept it and you tackle them, it's as good as a punt.
Correct. All right. LeBron Johnson split out to the near side. Ellaby rolls to his right. He's pressured, throws in and out of the hands of J.D. Nataro. He wasn't quite ready for that, but the pass was right on the money. Good coverage there by number 34, Alessandro Martinez, and number 3, Austin Scherer. So that'll bring up 4th down. Jackson Hardwick comes in. Deep for the Bulldogs is Jaden Jones. Good crowd tonight. I don't know if you mentioned that, Ray.
There is no way this is socially distanced.
Yeah, good crowd on both sides of the field. They jumped again, I think, but they didn't call it. Hardwick's punt sails out of bounds at the 35-yard line of Yoakum, so they will start from there. Defensive starters tonight for the Cuero Gobblers. A.J. Arroyo at end, nose tackle Charles DeRuin. Defensive tackle Raiden Rivera, rush in Bo Fournette. Sam linebacker is going to be Lucas DeBoard. Mike linebacker Jackson Hardwick. Will linebacker Kalen Malandrakis. Your corners are Deverick Mathis and Tyson Williams, along with Justice Belvin out there. And your free safety is J.D. Nataro. Strong safety is going to be Xavier Durham. So here's that big offensive line we were talking about. They come to the line slowly. Quarterback under center, offset eye. Man goes in motion to the other side. Spins and pitches to Jones around the left-hand side. Tough running there, but good defensive effort there by Rivera, Malandrakis, DeBoard.
There's a lot of white hats to the ball.
You're exactly right. I know Coach Alvarez is happy to see that.
I don't think we probably should have shifted the line. They brought the guy in motion and basically had 2 tight ends to the left, and we didn't shift. And I think you could hear some Cuero coaches in the booth hollering, and still played pretty good defense, even though we were outmanned at the point of attack.
Bulldogs gained 4 yards on that. We'll give them 3, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Quarterback's number 12, Blake Gordon. He goes around the right-hand side on his own and picks up the 1st down. Brought down by Malandrakis. First and 10, Yoakum from their 48-yard line. quarterback is Blake Gordon for the Bulldogs.
That was just kind of like a straight speed option.
Yep.
No fake to a dive back, and just
Kept it around the
quarterback
right
kept
side.
it around the right side.
Quarterback hands off this time to number 44, Dorian Heights. He gets to the 50-yard line. 2nd and 8. Charles DeRuin is one of the Gobblers that brought him down.
Heights is one of those names in Yoakum, like Whittington or Blackwell and Cuero. They are Great House and Gonzales. They've had a Heights over here for 30 or 40 years, seems like.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Gordon drops straight back, surveys the field, throws across the middle, caught, and brought down by Xavier Durham along with a couple other Gobblers, but nice pass and catch there by the Yoakum duo.
Yeah, he had all day to throw,
Yeah,
Clay.
I was
If we
just
don't,
fixing
we
to
don't
say
get
that.
any pressure on him, I know they're big up front, but it's going to be a long night for the
I
secondary
was just going to say
if
that, man.
if that continues.
He stood there with no pressure whatsoever.
That's a pickup at 23.
If you're just joining us, this is Yoakum's opening drive, and they're down 1st and 10 on the Cuero 27-yard line. Snap back to the quarterback. He hands off to number 7. He breaks a tackle and then gets out to the right-hand side, but then he's brought down by Malandrakis and DeBoard. That running back is number 7, DeAndre Enoch Johnson. So nice effort there. Was it number 7 or was it number 2?
No, it was number. I believe it was number 7.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, it was.
Their PA's not real loud, so we're not going to get much help from the public address guy tonight. It's hard to hear it over here.
That public address guy is Mr. Tom Kelly, who is an ex-Cuero Gobbler, now the superintendent over here in Yoakum. Gordon turns and hands off to Enoch Johnson over the left-hand side. He gets down to about the 20. Going to give him the 21. Brought down by Javen Mendiola, J.D. Nataro.
That's the first time tonight they've had a same guy touch the ball twice. They'd run 5 plays, 4 different running backs, and a different receiver.
3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs. They come to the line with a single receiver out to the left and a slot back on the left, under center. Gordon turns, hands off to Jones. He breaks one tackle inside the 20, cuts back inside the 10, and still going. Nice tough running there by Jaden Jones.
And they had a shot at him in the backfield.
Yeah, they did. So that'll bring up 1st and goal for the Bulldogs at the 8-yard line. You know, that's one of the things Coach Alvarez has talked to us about both weeks is tackling. And right there, we did not do a good job of tackling. Bulldogs come to the line. 1st and goal from the 8. Low snap, picks it up, rolls to his right, throws in the end zone, in and out of the hands of number 8. Defended well by number 21, Deverick Mathis. Intended receiver was Jace Naki.
You know, you never want to second-guess people who do something for their living and their vocation, but I never understand that. You run the ball all the way down the field, and you have 1st and 8 at the 8-yard line, and you put them in the shotgun, have a bad snap, and still try to throw it. Well, it may not matter. They may run it twice and score. But
we need to make them pay then.
No, I know that's right. But, I mean, sometimes I guess the theory is everybody thinks you're going to run, so let's throw it. But, you know, dance with the one who brung you.
I formation, quarterback under center. Turns and hands off to the deep back, and he's met in the backfield, but breaks the tackle and probably gets back to the line of scrimmage. So there again is what we're talking about wrapping up, first contact, take him to the ground. That play right there, second effort got him back to the line of scrimmage. It has warmed up a little, but it's been a nice cool couple of days, Ray.
Yeah, that's for sure. Got some good rain, too. Here we go.
2 receivers split out to the right, I formation, quarterback under center. Drops straight back to throw, breaks the pocket, breaks tackles.
Ooh, there you go.
But he's finished off nicely by, I'll give you that name in a minute whenever I can see who it is.
Again, that's a deal. He could have been tackled at the 12, and he gets all the way, you know what I'm saying, all the way to the 5.
Kalen Malandrakis came up and made that tackle.
We got somebody.
Injured player, looks like Raiden Revere coming off.
Yeah. Raiden's been
had shoulder issues.
That's what I was trying to figure out how to say it.
Looks
a tender shoulder issues. That's what it looks like.
That's what it is this time too.
So he got from the 8 down to the 5. So you got 4th down and 5. They going to kick a field goal, or are they going to go for it?
I think they're going for it, Ray. I don't see a kicker out there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Looks like they're going to go for it.
They got some big kids out there on the defensive line. Connor Schoenberg, 305, just to name one.
Yeah.
54. Jonathan Camarillo, 275. All right, here we go, folks. Fourth and 5. 4th and goal from the 5.
Shift.
They shifted. And now
illegal
shift. There we go.
This may be field goal now. I think the center must have moved the ball, because 2 guys can move like that as long as they go over and you give them a full set. Yeah.
He gave the legal procedure signal.
Yeah. It wasn't a legal shift.
It's supposed. Shift,
yeah. Yeah. Like bend your one elbow and bring your hand or flat hand to your sternum and out is shift, and he did 2 hands in a circular motion, so that always helps.
All right, 4th and goal from the 10 now. Offense stays out on the field. This would be a big play for the Gobbler defense to hold. Bulldogs come to the line. Play clock is under 3. They get it off. Low snap. Busted play. Rolls to his left. Throws in the end zone.
Yeah.
Great defense there by number 44, Justice Belvin.
Yeah. He knew the guy was behind him, but he was looking at the ball. If the defensive back will look at the ball, you can make a good play. Good job.
He undercut it, lost his footing, but still had enough to tip it away. So the Gobbler defense holds.
Man, Clay, we haven't seen much of this year, but that was 6 minutes and 33 seconds, and Yoakum gets 3 first downs out of it, but no points.
All right.
Nice job by the Gobbler defense there.
Cuero comes to the line. Whistles blow.
Timeout, Yoakum.
Okay.
He was last week, but maybe again this week. I didn't say that. I called them all off.
Okay.
I didn't read it. I just names.
Our game sponsor tonight is Inja Service Truck and Trailer Repair. 24-hour road service located at 985 U.S. Highway 87 South in Cuero, Texas. Their phone number is 361-275-9195. Need your big truck or trailer repaired? Stop by Engine Service and let Edward and his staff take care of you. Engine Service is also our halftime sponsor, and we appreciate their donation to the Booster Club.
You know, this is a big 3 or 4 plays. We need to make at least 1 or 2 first downs, because
get out of the shadow of our end zone.
If our punting game, if we punt from here, Yoakum's going to have the ball at the 30-yard line again. Be nice to have a big positive play, change field position.
All right. Cuero comes to the line. Single receiver split to either side. Ellaby looks to the referee to start the play. He takes the snap, low snap, rolls to his right, throws downfield, overthrows number 21, Deverick Mathis. Mathis looked like he had him beat.
Yeah.
He was just led a little too much.
Led too far inside, maybe thrown it a little further to the outside, might have had a play on it.
I think our receivers got some speed, Ray. We can probably burn one of these cornerbacks if we can just get it done.
Yeah, it's easy for me to say. I did play the position, but not at a high level. But it's hard. You got to set your feet and step when you throw. You can't. His feet are always in the air, and he's just like flinging it with his arm.
Pitches it to Tyson Williams on the left-hand side. Ooh. One man. Ball's on the ground. A.J. Arroyo, good heads up there, but they're going to bring it back. He was down. He had one man to beat, and he got his right knee taken out. Nice gain.
7 yards.
Going to bring up 3rd and 3. Nice looking play there. Gobblers come to the line quickly, trying to catch the Yoakum defense off. Now he looks to the sidelines for the play. I think that was.
We're going to call timeout, Coach. Call timeout.
That play is not going to be run before Coach Alvarez calls his second timeout, right?
No, that's first. Yoakum called the other one.
All right. RNC Insurance, located at 212 North Esplanade here in Cuero, Texas. Their phone number is 361-277-9800. Stop by and see Rich Carbonera and his staff for your insurance needs. RNC Insurance is our kickoff sponsor, and we appreciate their donation to the Gobbler Booster Club.
Yep, Cuero is yet to complete a pass tonight. Clay, we've started 0-4.
All right, Gobblers come out of the timeout straight to the line of scrimmage, facing a 3rd and 3. 2 receivers split to the left. Quarterback keeps it all to himself around the right-hand side, and he's dropped for a loss. Number 88, Lucas Adamak, made the tackle there on Breck Ellaby. So that's going to bring up 4th and 5. 4th and 6, actually. Punt team comes on. So, Ray, we weren't able to flip the field on them.
No.
Unless Hardwick can get off a great punt here. The return man is Jaden Jones, lined up at the Gobbler 45-yard line. High punt. Takes a Yoakum roll.
Yeah,
and the Gobblers down it at the 22-yard line.
He barely
for a net
punted.
Punt of.
Well, from the 14 to the 22, an 8-yard punt. He barely punted for a first down.
All right, so the Bulldog offense will come out on the field with great field position. Starts to start their second drive with 27 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The score is 0-0.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of pressure on your defense when you do that.
Gordon rolls to his left, got some time, keeps it, cuts upfield, 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, and then he's brought down by Malandrakis, but not before a nice gain there on first down.
Yeah, from the 22 all the way down to the 14, a pickup of 8. I believe you was 2nd and 2.
And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter, folks, with your score 0-0. You're listening to Gobbler football in Yoakum, Texas at Yoakum Bulldog Stadium. Brian Gomez with State Farm Insurance. Holler at Brian for your insurance needs. His phone number is 361-275-9193. Brian is our touchdown sponsor, and we always appreciate his donation to the Gobbler Booster Club.
Well, in the first quarter, the Bulldogs Picked up 3 first downs, 45 yards on the ground, and 23 yards through the air for a total of 68 yards of total offense in the first quarter. Cuero only had 1 first down and a total of 17 yards of offense.
Got to get that offense going, Ray. This is a good Yoakum Bulldog team. Got to put some pressure on them.
They cracked the top 10 in 3A Division I last week after beating Smithville.
You're correct.
So
they beat a 3A team and a 4A team the last 2 weeks. Smithville, who is in our district, they beat them 21-7. I think that was the final.
Yeah, that's off the top of my head. That's what I don't remember the Palacios score.
I don't either.
Maybe 30-something to 14 or something like that.
Right. All right, Yoakum comes to the line facing a 2nd and 2 from the Cuero 14-yard line.
They really rotate their backs. They got 44 back there this time.
Gordon under center. Turns and hands off to number 44 over the right-hand side. Gets down to about the 10-yard line. The running back, number 44, Dorian Heights. Brought down by number 4, Xavier Durham.
Another first down for the Bulldogs.
Another 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, if you're Cuero, though, you're in about as good a position as you can be. 1st and goal from the nose of the ball being on the 10-yard line. They got to get the full 10.
Hands off to Heights. He cuts back toward the middle and drags players down inside the 5. Kind of runs like Eric Dickerson. You notice that, Ray?
That's one of those deals. Our defensive end was there, but he's coming so far up the field. They're running right underneath him.
Kalen Malandrakis was in on that tackle. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 4.
That was 44 again, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay. It's with 4 and 44 when they're kind of turned is not the easiest thing to see, but he picked up 6, so 2nd and 4.
2 receivers split to the left. I formation for the Bulldogs. Quarterback pitches a sweep to 44 around the left-hand side. Flags on the play. Good defensive stand there by the Gobblers.
You would think when the umpire throws a flag, it's got to be on the offense. Something happened in the offensive line, you would think.
Yep, we're clapping. So
maybe we'll return the favor with the chop block. Yeah. He didn't signal yet. He hollered at Coach Alvarez, and Coach Alvarez shook his head yes.
You're correct.
Chop block, yep.
You're correct.
Well, at least they're not partial. They've called it both ways. For those of y'all listening, if you don't know what a chop block is one lineman can't engage a defensive lineman above the waist and then another offensive lineman blocking below the waist because it's really dangerous on your knees. But that, too, somebody double-teamed and somebody went high and somebody went low, and you can't do that.
That pushes the Bulldogs back to the 19-yard line.
2nd and 19. They have to get it in the end zone.
2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Heights is your lone running back in the backfield. Gordon takes the snap, fakes, rolls to his left. Pressured, throws it out of bounds, flags on the play.
They're going to call holding on Yoakum.
Jackson Hardwick had Gordon in his grasp.
He didn't throw the ball past the line of scrimmage. That ought to be intentional grounding as well. Now, you can be outside the pocket, but the ball has to pass the line of scrimmage. And from where I'm sitting, the ball was snapped on the 19, and it looked like it went out about the 21.
Yeah, I don't see another flag on the play, but I think you're right.
Because if you get the intentional grounding, it's 5 yards and a loss of down. I'd take that other than the 10 because then you got 3rd and goal from the 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the 5-yard one. He's holding up 5 fingers. Well, to me, I'd rather have 2 downs to make 24 yards than 3 downs, you know what I'm saying, to make 29 yards.
All right, so
Holding.
So they moved him back to the Gobbler 29-yard line.
They took the 10-yarder, okay. And they may not have ever called intentional grounding.
They didn't, Ray. I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? Okay.
No, I didn't see another flag on the play.
So it's 2nd and 29.
2nd and goal from the
29. There you go, yeah.
Gordon in a shotgun. Hands off to Jones up the middle. He breaks a couple of tackles inside the 20, inside the 10, and he is going to get in the end zone, folks. 2nd and 29.
Yep,
and
we
scores.
we blitz. Live by the blitz, die by the blitz.
Big play there on a 2nd and 29, 2nd and goal from the 29. Kicker for the Bulldogs is Herman Hernandez, a left-footed kicker, just like Bo Fournette, and he knocks it through.
That's the third. We've had the third game, and we've had 2 left-handed kickers in 2 of the 3 games.
Yep. So with 9:53 left to go in the half, the Bulldogs strike first, 7-0. Stop by Lance Tire for all your vehicle maintenance, repair, or tire needs. They offer credit programs for a wide array of services. They're located at 1003 West Heaton in Cuero, Texas. Their phone number is 361-275-2387.
Well, the Yoakum got it on their 22-yard line, and it took them 4 plays. I know it was a 29-yard run, but you only get 22 yards on the drive. But it took them 4 plays to converge 22 yards, 2 minutes and 34 seconds on that drive to put Yoakum in the end zone.
All right, deep for the Gobblers is Xavier Durham, Tyson Williams, and Justice Belvin. Line drive kick fielded by Belvin. He tries to reverse field around the left-hand side and goes out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
That was a good 14-yard, they put a 35, 15-yard return.
Especially for him to start on the opposite side
on the
of the field.
opposite side of the field. You're right. He came all the way across the field with it.
All right, so they're going to mark this thing at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for Cuero. Single receivers split to either side. Ellaby hands off to Tyson Williams around the right-hand side. He is his contact was made at the line of scrimmage and driven back, so they're going to give him no gain. 2nd and 10. Two receivers split to the left, one to the right. Nataro lines up in the backfield, gets the handoff up straight up the middle. Nice run there by J.D. Nataro. Gain of about 8. Maybe 9. We'll give him 9.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. That's one of the position changes Coach Alvarez mentioned in the coach's show. J.D. Nataro has moved from wide receiver to running back. So handoff again to Nataro up the middle. Tough running, gets the 1st down and more. So they're going to give him a gain
of about 4.
1st and 10, Cuero from the Yoakum 47-yard line. Cuero comes to the line. 2 running backs in the backfield. Ellaby is your quarterback. Fakes and throws out to the left flat to Notaro for a short gain. Flags on the play. I think the receiver that went in motion, Davion Williams, cut up
Turned
too
up
quick.
field. I think he did too, Clay. We still do not have a completed pass. They declined it.
They declined
we
it.
have a completed pass. Houston, we have liftoff.
2nd and 8. Ball's at the Yoakum 45-yard line.
Nataro caught that, right, Clay?
Yes, Notaro
Thank you,
caught
sir.
it. Ellaby hands off on a cutback to Tyson Williams, and he's driven back for a loss of 2. So going to bring up 3rd and 10. Play clock at 5. Gobblers rush to the line. Barely gets it off. Handoff to Jackson Hardwick. Ball's on the ground. Yoakum recovers.
That was kind of a little like
Little trickery.
little trickery there.
Almost like a sprint rollout.
Yeah.
But before he did, he handed it off to Hardwick, who was crouched. Still
Good
there.
call. I think he hadn't fumbled. I think he'd had a first down.
Yeah, he was close to it. First turnover of the game.
So from the 47 all the way down to 9, gets 9, but the fumble goes over to Yoakum.
1st and 10 from the Yoakum 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quick pass out to the right, caught. Tries to reverse his field, gets positive yardage out of the deal. Good second effort there by the receiver, brought down by a host of Gobblers. Lucas DeBoard, Deverick Mathis.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing there.
2nd and 4. Gordon in a shotgun formation. Jones lined up behind him, turns and hands off. I take that back. Enoch Johnson, hands off to Enoch Johnson. He is running over people into Gobbler territory. Big gain there by DeAndre Enoch Johnson for a Bulldog first down in Gobbler territory. 1st and 10, Yoakum at the Cuero 38.
6, picked up 18.
Play clock under 5, and they call timeout. Yoakum does. They are having trouble lining up, and Coach Robinson tells them about it. So
Yoakum's
Yoakum timeout.
Second timeout of the half.
Cuero Education Foundation is also a proud sponsor of the Cuero Athletic Booster Club. Want to make a difference in a child's life? Donate today to the Cuero ISD Education Foundation. Learn more at www.cueroedfoundation.org. The Cuero Record is a longtime sponsor of the Cuero Athletic Booster Club. Pick up your weekly paper at local businesses in town. All right. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Yoakum with a running back by committee. This series, it looks like it's DeAndre Enoch Johnson, Ray.
Yep.
They got 3 good ones over there. Quarterback turns and hands off to Enoch Johnson. Up the middle, brought down by Melendrakis. And Charles DeRuin. As DeRuin's headgear comes off, he's going to have to come out of play. In to take his spot is number 80, Christian Holmes, a sophomore. Second and 8 for the Bulldogs. Hands off to Enoch Johnson over the left-hand side. He spins and is brought down. Good tackle there by Xavier Durham. Gain of about 5. Going to bring up 3rd and 2, Ray.
Yes, sir. Let's see. The ball's at the
third and
29, 3rd and 1.
.416 left to go in the half. Yoakum in Gobbler territory. Tight set formation. Hands off to Enoch Johnson over the left-hand side. Tough running. Still on his feet. Bulldog first down.
That's just power football.
That's just power.
That's
You're
like
exactly right.
No wide receivers.
Yep.
Basically 3 tight ends and one running back behind the quarterback. So you got 10 people on the line of scrimmage, or 9 people on the line of scrimmage, all tight. You know, and they're making a hole, and our defensive back's not getting to him till he's already 4 or 5 yards downfield.
Enoch Johnson out of the game. Heights back in the game as the Bulldog running back.
There's a pickup of 11 on 3rd and 1.
Shotgun formation. Runs quarterback all the way around the left-hand side. He cuts upfield, driven out of bounds inside the 10.
I think it's another first down.
Melendrakis made that tackle. But you're right, Ray, not before a Bulldog first down. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Play clock down under 2, under 1. They get it off. Quarterback keeps it himself. Just following those big offensive linemen down to about the one yard line.
Yeah, he just picked up 5 yards just by. I mean, he didn't even come off. He just kind of stood up behind him and pitter-pattered.
I think they're going to give him the 2, so it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 2.
And the half's going to be over. And Cuero's not going to have run but about 12 offensive plays in the whole half.
Yoakum has done a great job of clock management tonight so far. I formation, power formation, hands off to Heights up the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The infamous horn. You hear that in the background.
Yeah.
That caused so
44?
much flack. Number 44.
Okay. Heights. I've heard him say Heights, but I couldn't find him on the program.
Good snap, good hold, and
he missed it.
He missed it wide
Wide
left.
left.
So with 2:10 left to go in the half, that brings the score to Yoakum 13, Cuero 0.
Yeah, the other thing that's not so good, Clay, is Yoakum won the toss and deferred. So Yoakum's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Standard Printing is a trusted sponsor for your office or teaching supply needs. Go see Jerry at Standard Printing. They offer a wide variety of services such as signs, engraving, custom digital work, business cards, and much more. D for the Gobblers is going to be Belvin, Williams, and Durham. Short pooch kick, fielded by number 3,
Out of
LeBron
bounds.
Johnson, who mishandled it out of bounds, but the Gobblers will take over there from their 37-yard line. So Cuero's starting out at their 37-yard line with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the half. Looking to put something on the board here. Two receivers split to the left, one to the right. Ellaby drops straight back. He's pressured. Throws downfield, incomplete. Intended receiver was Durham. He's just running for his life, Ray.
Right now.
Every time
You're correct.
you snap the ball. Second and 10. Ellaby takes a snap, throws to his left, caught by Deverick Mathis. Close to the first down, going to be about a yard short. Third and 1. Minute 38 and counting.
Yep.
Ellaby takes a snap, keeps himself around the left-hand side. Got the first down. Going to be a yard short of the 50, but it's going to be a Gobbler first down.
Number 8 for Yoakum lost his helmet, so
Jace Naki.
Naki's going to have to leave the field for a play.
He's a cornerback, Ray, so
Yeah.
whoever they put in
yeah.
Got a timeout, too. Not sure who called it. Timeout, Yoakum Bulldogs.
They can put him back in now.
Okay, that goes. That negates what I was going to say.
No, but you were right. I mean, I think that's where you want to look if they don't call timeout.
Grace Memorial Chapel is a Cuero Gobblers Booster Club Gold sponsor. For your funeral needs, contact former Cuero Gobbler Marcellus Wesley at Grace Memorial Chapel. They will provide a personal touch in celebrating the life of a loved one. They maintain the highest level of professional standards and quality care. And if you're interested in a sponsorship or an ad to be recognized during a Gobbler football game, contact Mike Cantu, 361-255-8070. All right, minute 18 left to go in the game. Gobblers have a 1st and 10 from their 49-yard line as they come to the line. Ellaby drops straight back, throws down the middle of the field, well over the intended receiver, number 3, LeBron Johnson.
He was open, Clay. I mean, that ball was overthrown by 15 yards.
You know, you got to have a purpose of
Right.
who you're
you
throwing
to. I mean, that was just like, I'm going to drop back, step up in the pocket, and just throw it as far as I can throw it.
You were a quarterback, you know.
Yeah,
you got to have a purpose of who you
throw to.
Who you're going to throw to.
Well, I mean, and sometimes, you know, and I was short. I'm not saying Ellaby's tall. Sometimes it's hard to see, but yeah. But I mean, you got to know how far you can throw it.
2nd and 10 for the Gobblers. Ellaby takes a snap. Another trick play. Fakes the pass and hands off to Nataro. That's the same play.
I like that play. It's kind of like a wraparound draw.
Yeah.
Is what I'd call it, a wraparound draw.
Timeout, Cuero on the 9-yard gain by Nataro. 1:02 left to go in the half.
I like the play call of using the second timeout here, because otherwise you'd have lost at least 30 seconds, 25 to 30. Because if you make the first down here, it stops. So I don't know how much we work on 2-minute offense, but you really want to call 2 plays, make the first down, go straight to the line of scrimmage, knowing what you're going to run on the next play. Just a little bit of size here. Yoakum's defensive line, number 75, Donovan Smith, 295. They don't have
Taiwan Garza,
they don't
245.
have 245.
Taiwan Garza at 245 is a freshman, Ray.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Cuero comes to the line. Ellaby flanked by 2 running backs. Low snap, hands off to Nataro over the right-hand side. Didn't get it. They're actually going to drop him for a loss.
That was the quarterback who came up in the hole and tackled him in the backfield, number 12 for Yoakum, Blake Gordon.
All right, Cuero comes to the line quickly, going for it on 4th and 3. They're trying to draw him off sides, I think, Ray, but now they're going to run the play, looks like. Takes a snap, throws downfield, in and out of the hands of Deverick Mathis. Flag on the play.
Number 8 tackled him.
Mathis almost came up with that thing, even when he was getting tackled down there. But they're going to call
That's one of those, if you're the defensive back and you're not looking back at the ball, you can't just drape your whole body, you know what I'm saying, on the receiver who's looking back, trying to stop and get position to catch it.
All right, so that's going to be an automatic first down for the Gobblers.
We have 1 timeout left, 21 seconds.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, you got to try to get about 10 yards, at least give yourself a chance for a field goal.
Ball's going to be spotted at the Bulldog 29-yard line as Cuero comes to the line. 21 seconds. 3 receivers split to the right. Ellaby rolls to his right. Lays it up. Got a man.
Oh,
in and out of the
that's
hands.
good defense.
Yeah.
If he'd have thrown it 2 yards further, it would have been a touchdown.
Deverick Mathis had his man beat, but the ball had a little too much air under it. Gave number 4, Jaden Jones, enough time to come in and knock that thing away. .14 seconds remain in the half. 2nd and 10 for the Gobblers. Three receivers split to the right again. Ellaby takes the snap, rolls to his right, throws down into the corner end zone. Up and incomplete. Tender receiver was Mathis again. Nope, Xavier Durham. A lot of Bulldogs around that ball, Ray.
Oh, yeah. I think what you do, if it's me here, and it's not me, but if it's me, I'd put 3 guys to one side and 1 guy, your best ball jumper, to the other side by himself, so you don't have to throw into 4 defensive backs on the same side of the field.
4 or more.
And then throw it back.
Yeah.
Throw it to the 1.
All right, so the play clock is under 10. 7 seconds left to go in the half. 3rd and 10 for the Goblins.
Because they have 2 deep safeties.
Ellaby scrambles, throws it up, and it's intercepted.
You better tackle him.
He's still going on his feet. Still going, folks. He's going to go all the way.
He caught that ball inside the 5.
That's just, we have flags on the play. Not sure what this late flag is.
Got to be celebrating. Cuero, the Cuero kid who's hurt got hit by a Cuero player.
I think you're right, Ray. He may have celebrated as he was going into the end zone. So there's the flag. It won't negate the touchdown. But we have another flag over here. So maybe a block in the back.
That would save us.
That would save the touchdown.
Right.
Trainers attending to the Cuero player on the field.
Well, Yoakum's got a player down too, so we got players injured everywhere.
You know, we talk about tackling. You know, typically you don't have to tackle when you're on offense.
Right. Well, and that's one of those, like, you know,
because
the 60-yard field goal that doesn't get all the way to the goalpost, and you got a bunch of linemen that, you know, that block, and you're chasing, and, you know, you got guys who run 5.5 40s chasing somebody who runs a 4.5 40. It's not a good outcome.
But essentially that Yoakum Bulldog broke about 5 tackles.
Yeah, I'm on a – and that was number 4 who intercepted it.
Correct. Jaden Jones. Can't tell who the injured Gobbler is on the field.
At this point, all you can hope with that flag out where it is, you would think it's got to be a block. You can't block below the waist, or you can't block in the back on an interception or a fumble return or a kick return. Yeah, Yoakum knows it. I'm pretty sure at this point it has to be on Yoakum because they're not sending the extra point team or the offense down to the goal line.
The injured Gobbler was number 54, Caleb Smith. He's up
our
walking
center
off. So that's a good sign.
So
he just
got hit hard.
Got his bell rung by his own player. As they were trying to tackle the guy who intercepted the ball. So Yoakum will take over on the interception. Ball spotted.
What do you say he intercepted? About the 3?
I'd say the 3 or 4.
4. Okay, I'm going to give him the 3. So he gets 37 yards on the return and then a 10-yard Yoakum penalty. And
I think the clock ran out. What are we doing out there?
Why are we doing a play when it's a penalty on the team that had the ball? I guess it doesn't matter. It looks like they're going to take a knee. I thought it had to be a
penalty on the defensive.
Yeah, I think it has to be a penalty on the defense.
That's what I thought too. So at halftime, folks, the score is Yoakum 13, Cuero 0. We will take a break and come back with some numbers in just a minute. You're listening to Gobbler Football on YouTube.com.
he has on the receivers that he's got, and he ain't even utilizing these receivers he's got. Yes, he got your best receiver on this side, you got your other best receiver over here, you got number 8 over here, he's small as hell. Use that receiver, hit that ball, smash. Don't run at
All right, folks, we're back here at halftime. Yoakum Bulldogs lead the Cuero Gobblers 13-0. Ray, what do you got for us on first half stats?
Well, it really kind of strange. Usually, like in both games coming into tonight, the first two games, both teams had the ball for 11 possessions in the game. And in this game, Yoakum, I know technically they had 4, but the fourth possession was the one play with no time on the clock. So in reality, Cuero had the ball 4 possessions and Yoakum had the ball 1 possession, and the first half was over. But statistically, Cuero only had 4 first downs. Yoakum only had 8. Cuero 13 carries for 46 yards. Yoakum 20 carries for 138. Cuero was 11 yards passing. Yoakum only had 39. Both teams only had 2 completions, but Cuero was 2 of 11 with an interception, and Yoakum was 2 of 4. So Yoakum had the ball 24 offensive plays. Cuero had the ball 24 offensive plays. We kind of talked about it. We held them on the 4th down. When they were going for it, got the ball at the 10-yard line. First drive of the game. Then don't convert, don't make a first down, have an 8-yard punt. They get the ball back at the 20-yard line and go right in and score. And then they kick off to us, and we put together what would have been a first down, end up fumbling. They get the ball back at, again, at their own 38-yard line, and they put together a 6-play. No, it was 8 plays, I believe. No, it was 6 plays. A 6-play, 8-play drive from the 38, their own 38. They took them 8 plays to go 62 yards.
And let me just say on that drive, they had it 2nd and 29 and convert on a 29-yard touchdown run.
No, that was the first drive. But you are correct.
Okay,
we had them. They had the ball 2nd and goal at the 4, and we had them after a 15-yard penalty and a 10-yard penalty. They were 2nd and 29, 2nd and goal from the 29, and basically run an off tackle out of the eye, and the guy goes 29 yards for the touchdown. Penalties, Cuero, that's one bright spot. We had one 15-yard chop block penalty in our first drive, only penalty we had. Yoakum was penalized 6 times for 60 yards. We threw the 1 interception, so they had 37 return yards. We had 2 kickoff returns for a total of 20 yards. One of the things Coach Alvarez asked me to keep this year stat-wise was he wanted to know what average yards were on first down both ways, offensively and defensively. And he will not be pleased that Cuero had 9 first down plays on offense and for a total of 7 yards. That's 0.8 yards per first down play. He will be pleased with the defense, though. Yoakum had 11 first down snaps and only made 43 yards, so that's about a little bit less than 3.9. So defensively not bad, but you can't put your defense in the positions that we put the defense in, and expect them to respond time after time after time when your offense is not doing anything. But in any event, shift gears just a little bit, couple individual stats. Not anything great to speak of. Leading rusher for Cuero was J.D. Nataro, 5 carries for 23 yards. Tyson Williams was 4 carries for 10 yards. Jackson Hardwick 1 for 9, but that was the play that ended in the fumble. And Breck Ellaby 3 carries for 4 yards. And on the receiving end for Cuero, J.D. Nataro 1 reception for 2 yards, and Deverick Mathis 1 for 9. And all the passing, Ellaby 2 for 11 with 1 interception and 11 yards. Yoakum offensively, their backs have really spread it around. Clay, Jaden Jones 4 carries for 45 yards. The quarterback Blake Gordon 6 carries for 35 yards. Dorian Heights 4 carries for 14 yards, and DeAndre Enoch Johnson 6 carries for 44. In their first drive, number 88, Lucas Adamak had a long-time Yoakum name there too, 1 for 23, and Jake Kanaki.
Naki.
Jake Naki, 1 for 6. So really not a lot of offense on either team. But, when you have a turnover and an 8-yard punt and they only have to go 22 yards after the 8-yard punt and you turn it over and let them go in and score, that's what it's going to look like. Time of possession, Yoakum 13 minutes and 36 seconds. Cuero 10:24. They chewed up 6 minutes and 33 seconds on the opening drive when they didn't score. But they do get the ball to start the second half. I think it's pretty incumbent upon Cuero not to let them go put points on the board, because being down 19-0, 20-0, or 21-0, probably be a pretty steep hill for the Gobblers to try to climb out of. On the other front, I believe we only had one real sub-varsity game yesterday. Yoakum does not have a freshman and a JV team, so there was a combined game in Cuero, and Cuero won 20-0? 22-0. The 7th grade teams and the 8th grade teams both scrimmaged Yoakum, so there was no score to report in those. I do know that earlier this week the Lady Gobbler cross-country team ran. I guess the boys did too, but important news for the Lady Gobblers in the cross-country meet was Brooke Wendell. They ran in again. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the volleyball schedule. Let me get to the cross-country schedule because I slipped this in here. Where did they run this week? On last Saturday, September the 5th, they ran at San Antonio Feast in San Antonio, and Brooke Wendell was the overall medalist. She placed first and ran a personal best time of 11 minutes and 32 seconds. And I don't think the distance in cross country is always exactly the same, but it's at least 2 miles. So that's clocking off. I might make 3/4 of a mile in 11 minutes. So congratulations to Brooke in that regard. And
on the Lady Gobbler
volleyball
front,
report from you. Yeah.
Earlier tonight, they lost some close matches against the Wimberley Lady Texans. First set they lost 25-17, and then the next 2 sets they lost 25-20. So they played pretty good. Wimberley's got a good ball club, and we hung with them.
That's good.
So
those are the matches that make you better for district,
Sure, especially playing a team like Wimberley. Next week they go to next Tuesday. They're at home against Hondo, and then the following Friday they're at home against Sealy. So if you don't have anything to do on Tuesday night, come to the Roost and watch the Lady Gobbler volleyball team play Hondo. And then before the game next Friday, they'll be in the Roost. So come in there and cheer on the Lady Gobblers against Sealy. Their record now is 6-4. 6-4. So they're putting together some pretty good volleyball out there. All right, both teams have come out on the field. Yoakum has made it to their sideline after going through the run through the Bulldog, the blown up Bulldog that they always run through, and the Gobblers are down in their end zone, fixed to come out on the field, being led by the American flag. So we've got about 33 seconds till this second half kickoff. See what adjustments were made at halftime, and if the Gobblers can come out and show these Yoakum Bulldogs what they're made of.
Clay, what do you think Cuero's going to adjust to? What do you think? You expect to see anything different this half?
I don't know, Ray. I mean, one of the things I hate to keep harping on it, but one of the things that the Gobblers have not done good so far tonight is tackling. So you got to hope that in the second half, those coaches have talked to those players about, wrapping up bringing the
can't-
running back to the ground.
You can't just throw a shoulder into him and think you're going to knock him down. I'll be interested to see if we adjust anything offensively and try something a little different. Like you said, they have to find something that they can do well. And at this point, we're not running it well and we're not throwing it well.
Deep for the Bulldogs is Enoch Johnson and Jones. Looks like Enoch Johnson will take it at about his 12-yard line. 16-yard line, and he's good run there out to about the 40. So the Bulldogs will start with pretty good field position on their opening drive of the second half, leading 13-0 over the Cuero Gobblers.
Yep, he got 25 yards on the return.
Yep, 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line for the Yoakum Bulldogs.
Clayton, looks like, I don't necessarily have total numbers, no sense to call of name, but we brought up some people. There's some numbers and some kids that are on the sideline. I'm not saying they've seen a lot of action that haven't been on the varsity the first 2 weeks.
Gordon under center, turns and hands off to number 7, Enoch Johnson.
His move is he likes to take that step like he's going outside and then just almost hop, you follow what I'm saying, back inside.
Good defensive stand there by the Cuero Gobblers for a gain of 1. Bring up 2nd and 9. Yeah, Ray, you brought up, you mentioned some kids that got brought up. There's quite a few more sophomores on the roster tonight.
Right.
And I think those are some of the kids that got brought up from the JV. Gordon turns and hands off to Enoch Johnson again over the left-hand side, and he drags Gobblers for a Yoakum first down.
Yeah, he had about 4 yards past the line of scrimmage and drug people for about another 7 yards.
Tough running there by DeAndre Enoch Johnson to put the Bulldogs into Gobbler territory, 1st and 10 from the Cuero 46.
Yeah, he picked up 12 yards.
Quarterback keeper up the middle, almost breaks it, one man to beat, and it's J.D. Nataro.
You think that was a call play? I think he saw the blitz coming. The blitz came from the safety, and he came running from 10 yards back, and he just thought, I'm just going to go and get what I can get. And he ends up going from the 46 all the way down to the 32, 14 yards on a quarterback sneak.
Gobbler defense needs to rise up and stop the Bulldogs. They don't need points put on the board on the first drive of the second half. Hands off to Enoch Johnson up the middle, but not after about a 5-yard gain. Yoakum takes their time as they come to the line of scrimmage. We jumped. Flags are thrown. Play dead. I assume we jumped.
That'll be a first down if it's on Cuero.
Yoakum players are signaling that. That'll put this thing at the Cuero 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Two receivers split to the right, one to the left. Gordon in a shotgun. Heights lined up behind him. Fakes the heights, throws across the middle, wide open. Touchdown. Gordon to Jason Naki. Ran a post pattern and beat his man. And the pass was completed for a touchdown. Yoakum doesn't care about getting that point back. They're going to send the extra point team on to try to make this 20-0. Good snap, good hold, and the kicker knocks it through. So, with 9:12 left to go in the third quarter, that brings the score to Yoakum 20, Cuero 0.
Yep, took them 5 plays to go 59 yards.
Very imperative, Ray, that this Gobbler offense puts something on the board quickly. Otherwise, this thing could get out of hand. We hope you enjoyed the halftime, watching the Cuero Gobbler Band. The halftime sponsor is Engine Service. If you need your big truck or trailer repaired, stop by Engine Service and let Edward and his staff take care of you. They're located at 985 U.S. Highway 87 South in Cuero, Texas. Deep for the Bulldogs is... deep for the Gobblers is Williams along with Durham. The Cuero Gobbler, Justice Belvin, fumbles the kickoff return but gathers it up. And shortly after that, the Yoakum coverage team smothers him. 1st and 10, Cuero at their 26-yard line.
We got Jerry Rosette is playing quarterback. There's one change.
There you go, Jerry Rosette. Junior quarterback takes a snap, pitches it to Tyson Williams over the left-hand side. Nice gain on first down there.
Sometimes you just got to change something up and see what happens.
You know, we commented on this in the Beeville scrimmage, Ray. Rosette throws a pretty pass.
Right, he does.
Left-handed passer?
Right.
No, left.
What? Oh, yes. The left-handed right, and I said right.
No,
you're correct. Correct. I should have said correct. There you go.
2 receivers to the left. Rosette in a shotgun formation. Williams lined up behind him. Rosette drops back. Quick pass out to the left flat. Caught by Deverick Mathis. Makes one man miss. Gets the first down and more. So nice play there. You know what? Ray, what you want to see is your offense moving the ball.
Right. Making first downs.
Right.
Picked up 7 in a first down.
Two receivers split to the right, one to the left. Rosette and Williams in the backfield. Hand off to Williams. He tries to bounce it. Going to get dropped for a loss. Just a lot of penetration there by the Yoakum defensive line from the get-go. It's going to be a loss of 3. 2nd and 13. Williams and Hardwick lined up behind Rosette. Single receiver split out here to the left. Throws out Throws out here to the left, number 21, Deverick Mathis. Mathis slipped.
Yeah, it went right through his hands.
Perfect pass
Yeah.
by Rosette. Just the receiver slipped. Bring up 3rd and 13.
Yeah. That's really one of those that's nobody's fault. You know, you just get your cleats hung in the turf and you go down, but the quarterback threw it right where it needed to be thrown. You'd have probably had a 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3. See if we can protect him here and give him a chance to throw.
All right, same formation. Now we got 2 receivers split out here to the left, to the near side. Rosette drops straight back, tries to run it and gets some yards. Going to be short of the first down, but he did avoid the rush and get the ball out to the 45-yard line. So going to bring up a 4th and 6 for the Gobbler offense. And
looks like we're going to go for it. I guess, you know, down 20-0.
They're staying on the field, Ray.
Yeah, I don't second guess this at all. Nope. They are going to punt. I don't second guess this either. I mean, I'm not trying to be flippant.
Right.
You could do either one.
You're right.
Probably the conservative play is to go ahead and punt and see if your defense can get a stop. But
play clock is at 5. Gets the snap off. Pretty good.
But it
kick
always
there.
goes to the left.
Over and
Stop.
Ball rolls
Go out of
down
bounds.
inside the 5 at the
At the 3.
3-yard line. So nice directional punt there by Hardwick. An end-over-end kick that took a Gobbler roll. And so the Yoakum Bulldog offense will start deep in their own territory.
52-yard punt. No return.
1st and 10 from the 3-yard line for the Yoakum Bulldogs.
Yeah, we need a break. Something, you know, fumble, get a fumble for a touchdown. Do something to change momentum a little bit here. See if we can't make something out of this field position. Yeah.
Yoakum breaks the huddle, single receiver split out to the left. Quarterback under center. Turns and hands off to, who is that, Heights? Brought down by Donovan Jones and Dason Varela. Gain of about 6.
6, yeah.
Bring up 2nd and 4.
That's just simple little toss it to the guy out of the eye and run between the guard and the tackle, basically, or the tackle and the tight end. Power football.
Get out of the shadow of your own end zone. Heights is your running back. Hand off to Heights again around the left-hand side. This time he's bottled up by a group of Gobblers, taken down forcefully by Bo Fournette.
Still made a yard.
Yeah, they're giving him a yard. And Charles Giroux will have to come off the field again because his helmet came off. Brings up 3rd and 3. 5:23 left to go in the 3rd quarter. This quarter has flown by. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Gobblers facing a 3rd and 3. They need a stop here. Quick pass out to the right flat. Caught by Naki. He makes one-man miss, going down the sidelines. Dropped at the 31-yard line, but not after a Bulldog first down.
From the 10 all the way out to the 31.
Gives the Bulldogs a fresh set of downs. Two receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Gordon in a shotgun. Keeps it himself around the left-hand side. Cuts around the corner. Hit initially by Malandrakis. And he goes forward for extra yardage, but looks like he's down.
Looks like his knee.
Holding his knee, Ray.
14-yard pickup.
That'll be a injury timeout. RNC Insurance, located at 212 North Esplanade in Cuero, Texas. Stop by and see Rich Carbonera and his staff for your insurance needs. RNC Insurance is our kickoff sponsor, and we appreciate their donation to the Booster Club. Their contact number is 361-277-9800. Looks like the Yoakum quarterback is up.
It doesn't look like it was anything serious. He's walking off.
Looks like the new quarterback for the Yoakum Bulldogs is Ashton Douglas, a 5'10 junior, 185. So pretty big kid for a quarterback.
Yeah.
They come to the line in an I formation. Douglas under center, fumbles the ball. No signal yet. Nah, the Yoakum's going to retain it. Second and 10 for the Bulldogs. Hands off to the running back, number 7, brought down by Donovan Jones and Bo Fournette.
Another big play here, chance to get off the field. Because I would highly doubt that they would go for it up 20, you know what I'm saying?
3rd and 8. Quarterback drops back. He's pressured, throws out in the right foot. Almost picked off by Donovan Jones. Good defensive play there. That defensive stand kind of reminded me of Rodney Pedraza and Jason Gonzalez.
Yeah, they had the starting quarterback in that
day.
time. Yeah.
So that'll bring up 4th and 8. Deep for the Gobblers is number 4, Xavier Durham.
Yoakum's having to call timeout. They didn't have – we had 12 men on, and we got ours off. They only had 10 and couldn't get their 11th on.
All right, so with 2:16, and the clock is still running. Why it's still running, I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, clock's running.
The referee told him.
Okay. I was hollering at our coaches. Maybe they could get somebody's attention on the field.
So the clock ran down to 2:09. With 2:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter, the score is 20-0 in favor of the Yoakum Bulldogs, facing a 4th and 8 situation here. You know, we have our man down there, Adam Arroyo. He was a coach over here in Yoakum for the last couple of years.
We got Coach Blank in the booth.
Coach Michael Blanc is an ex-Yoakum Bulldog. So a lot of ties. The Yoakum coaching staff. You have Carl Sines over there. A lot of Cuero Yoakum ties in this game. Always has been, Ray.
Yep.
Xavier Durham set to field this thing, almost blocked. The kick goes straight in the air and takes a Cuero roll. So nice field position that the Gobbler offense will start with.
That's one of those. I heard somebody in the crowd yell, pick it up. That's one of those crazy rules. If the offense that punted it touches it and the ball's rolling around, you can't fumble it. You can run up there. Once it's touched by the offense, it's dead, but it's still a live ball. So there's no reason once they touch it not to try to pick it up and run with it.
Okay, well, Cuero starts out at their 48-yard line. Rosette is still your quarterback. You got to put some points on the board pretty quick. 2:05 left to go in the quarter. Single receiver split to either side. Williams lined up behind Rosette. Rosette throws downfield. Pretty pass. Almost caught by Breck Ellaby down the Gobbler sidelines. There you go, Ray. They're using Ellaby. I mean, he's an athlete.
No, I mean, he's an athlete. Yeah,
you got to get him out there.
Got to get him out there. I agree.
So,
but, I mean, that was off by maybe a yard of being a completion.
Yep.
I mean, you had a chance.
Yep. Second and 10. Two receivers split to the right. A.J. Arroyo is your tight end on the left-hand side of the line. Pitches it to Williams over the right-hand side. Gets positive yardage. Oh, and we got late flags. As number 4, Jaden Jones' helmet goes flying.
It's going to be a personal foul on Cuero.
Yep, going to be against the Gobblers. You think maybe a Gobbler ripped his helmet off? And
I don't know,
chunked
yeah.
It, Ray?
You know, it's funny for a rivalry game. I don't know if it's COVID or what, and I know you and I've got headphones on, but there's like no crowd noise, and there's a big crowd on both sides.
I know, you're right.
I mean, you would think in a normal deal, 15-yard penalty on Cuero, you'd hear this roar, from the other side.
Okay, I got a question here. Number 4 never came out of the game. His helmet got ripped off.
Yeah, and I think if it's a penalty on the other team, if that's what they called, I think you get to stay.
All right, so that's going to push the Gobblers way back. Bring up second and.
Well, I guess they called dead ball. Yeah, so no, they're giving a second down again. First down was incomplete.
Second and 20, 25, is that what it is?
Should be 25. The ball's at the 37, 48. That's 11. Second and 21.
All right, Ellaby split out to the left-hand side as a receiver. Rosette is your quarterback. Rosette drops back. We got flags on the play. Illegal procedure against the Cuero Gobblers. So we're going to go back 5 more.
It is now second and 26. We were inside Yoakum territory, and the ball's now back at the Cuero 32.
Coach Alvarez wants an explanation. All right, a minute and a half and counting in this third quarter. Rosette caught on a slant, Breck Ellaby.
Not a perfect pass, but still on target. Catchable, and you picked up, went from the 30, you picked up 11 yards.
Great adjustment there by Ellaby to go down low to catch that thing and remain on his feet. 3rd and 15. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Hardwick lined up behind Rosette. Play clock under 5. Gets it off. Throws down the sidelines.
That's
almost caught.
They're going to call. It's either off defensive pass interference or defensive holding.
Almost caught by Ellaby. Flags on the play.
Yeah, they were. Number 8 was holding him. It was on Jace Naki. Kanaki, how do you pronounce? Yeah, I know I keep asking you that. Knocke.
Naki.
Knocke. It's either a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down or a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down, depending upon what they call.
They're talking to the Yoakum.
Oh, they
coaches,
got
right?
ineligible receiver downfield on
my
Cuero.
Gosh.
Pass interference
Okay.
on Yoakum, offset.
Okay, so we're going to
geez.
replay it.
At this point, Rosette's only 2 of 4, which is pretty good in high school ball, but every ball has been
Catchable. 2 receivers to the right. Tyson Williams lined up behind Rosette. Rosette, quick throw out to the left flat, in and out of the hands of Breck Ellaby.
you got
brings up fourth down.
You got to punt here. You can't give them the ball at your own 40-yard line.
Deep for the Bulldogs is number 4, Jaden Jones. Your punter is Jackson Hardwick. Looking to get off another 52-yarder like last time. Good snap. A low kick. Fielded on the run by Jones around
That's
the left-hand
holding.
side.
Jeez.
Into Goblin
Yeah, they called
territory.
it. They
Flags
called
on the
it.
play.
Knocke's. He just likes to grab a hold of people. As a defensive back, he does it, and then when a punt returns, he just grabbed a guy and pulled him down.
All right, so that good return is going to be negated. Bulldogs will get pushed back with 14 seconds left to go in the quarter.
So you chalk that up statistically. That was a 30-yard punt with a 13-yard return, but then you're going to have 10 yards marked off from the spot of the foul. So it ends up being a net return of 3 yards.
Pretty good spiral punt by Hardwick. It was just a
line drive.
Low line drive, and Jones took it on the run. If he wouldn't have fielded it, they would have definitely had a Cuero roll.
Yep. I'm not sure what the beef by Coach Robinson from Yoakum is on this deal. I mean, how hard can this be, guys? Two guys threw the flag at the 40-yard line for holding on the return. I mean, it was wide out, right out in the middle of the field, wide open. He just tackled him.
The umpire and the head referee are talking about
I mean,
something.
what I actually saw was they were on the ground and he tried to get up and he was holding on to him. You feel what I'm saying? And so if you knock somebody down, you can't grab him and keep him from getting up. I don't know whether he grabbed him and tackled him, but he definitely grabbed him and wouldn't let him get up.
Well, this continues to be debated over on the Yoakum sidelines. I don't think Bo's going to win this battle.
Now they're going to come over here and tell Coach Alvarez what happened.
All right, it's going to push it back to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Yoakum, with 14 seconds left to go in the half. Up 20-0. This was a fast quarter until the referees got involved.
Right. It's taken about a fourth of the time of the whole quarter without the clock had moved. We've been at 14 seconds for 5 minutes.
All right, here we go. Hands off to the fullback over the left-hand side, brought down by number 20, Sean
That's
Burks.
the first time all night. Was that 21?
Number 21, Sean Romero, carried that ball, brought down by sophomore Sean Burks, one of the players that Coach Alvarez alluded to as getting moved up. So
yeah,
good play there. Folks, that's the end of the third quarter with Yoakum leading 20-0. Brian Gomez with State Farm Insurance. If you need some insurance, holler at Brian Gomez, 361-275-9193. Brian is our touchdown sponsor, and we always appreciate his donation to the Gobbler Booster Club. I'm hoping I can say his name in this fourth quarter. You know it, Ray?
Right.
All right, so it's going to be a 2nd and 3 for Yoakum at their 37-yard line. Gordon in a shotgun. Heights lined up behind him. Hand off to Heights up the middle. Close to a first down. Going to be just short. Brought down by Burks and Hardwick, along with number 50, Raiden Rivera, playing with that bad shoulder. And as I say that, Rivera comes off the field. Third and less than a yard for the Bulldogs. Whistle's blown.
Timeout, Yoakum.
Stop by Lance Tire for all your vehicle maintenance, repair, or tire needs. They offer credit programs for a wide array of services. They're located at 1003 West Heaton in Cuero, Texas. Their phone number is 361-275-2387. All right, you got to think that they're probably going to run that quarterback sneak again, Ray.
Yeah.
Behind that big O line.
We've had pretty good penetration, but we haven't really hit anybody in the backfield and stopped them, you know what I'm saying, in the backfield. There you go.
Gordon keeps it over the right-hand side, and I think he's going to get it.
Two yards and a first down.
1st and 10, Yoakum from their 41-yard line. Gordon throws downfield. Oh, in and out of the hands of Naki. Good coverage there by number 34, Dason Varela.
That's another one of those head scratchers for me. if they'd run the ball 3 straight times, we hadn't stopped them from getting the first down all night. You're up 20 points, and you want to keep the clock moving.
Yeah, you stop the clock
and
there.
You know, throw a 30, 35-yard fade pattern.
Ball's on the ground. Quarterback picks it up, gets positive yardage out of the deal. Bring up 3rd and 8. A.J. Arroyo holding his own against big number 73, Connor Schoenberg at 3:05.
Yeah, they probably went against each other a lot in practice last year, so he's probably used to Connor.
Quarterback takes a high snap.
Tackle.
Running back screen, breaks one tackle, but not before he's brought down by Lucas DeBoard. And Kalen Malandrakis. 4th and 6. Deep for the Gobblers is going to be number 4, Xavier Durham. Punting for the Bulldogs is number 44, Dorian Heights. Good snap. Good punt by Heights, fielded by Durham. He fumbles it, goes through his legs. Yoakum picks the ball up inside the 10-yard line, folks. The breaks have not gone our way tonight.
Let's see.
One after the other.
So he tried to catch it at about the 15 and ends up losing the fumble and 6 on the return.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line for the Yoakum Bulldogs. Quarterback in a shotgun. And we have a stoppage in play.
Cuero called timeout.
Timeout by the Cuero Gobblers. Folks, just letting you know, tune in next week as the Cuero Gobblers face the Navarro Panthers at Gobbler Stadium. Kickoff time is going to be 7:30. Navarro, a team not unfamiliar to the Cuero Gobblers. We're district rivals for the last couple of years, as was the Wimberley Texans last week we played. All right, 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Quarterback takes a snap, rolls to his right, throws in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Caught. Jace Nockey.
Just a simple little come off the ball, go into the end zone, take one step to the inside and go back, go back to the outside.
Defended by the cornerback, Dason Varela. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is through the uprights. Well, so with 9:07 left to go in the game, That brings the score to Yoakum 27, Cuero 0.
One play, 5-second drive, 9 yards.
Set up by the fumbled punt.
Punt.
Deep for the Gobblers is going to be Durham, Williams, and Belvin. Nice kick fielded by Durham at about the 22-yard line. He takes it straight upfield. Now he tries to get across the field and is cut down at about the 38-yard line.
Okay, Cuero will be starting from their own 38.
Rosette is your quarterback. Hands off to Tyson Williams over the right-hand side. He tries to cut it up and is brought down after about a 3-yard gain. Second and 7. Gobblers come to the line quickly. No huddle. 9:42 left to go in the game. Rosette pitches to Williams over the left-hand side. He's cut down quickly. Brings up 3rd and 5. Two receivers split to the right. Rosette throws downfield and intercepted. Yep, number 3. Austin Scherer intercepted that ball. The intended receiver was, I believe
it was Durham.
Number 4, Durham. First pass at Rosette was kind of off target. Right?
Yeah.
All of his other passes, he's been off target.
It was. The receiver was inside where he threw it.
So the Bulldogs will take over from their 40-yard line following the interception. Turns and hands off to Jones. He tries to spin but gets cut down by Lucas DeBoard. Gain of 1. Pitch to Jones around the right-hand side. Good defensive play there. Good defensive play there by A.J. Arroyo. All right, 3rd. Bulldogs, 5:45 and counting. All right, Jones takes that handoff for a gain of
About 2.
About 2. Going to bring up 4th and 3. The punt team comes on as the clock runs. Deep for the Gobblers is number 4, Xavier Durham. Another good kick there by Heights. Takes a Yoakum roll.
That's one of those. I fumbled it last time. I'm not going to get anywhere close to it this time, which may not be a bad strategy.
Yeah. Yoakum downs it on the Cuero 14-yard line.
Let's see, 3 and 36. 39-yard punt with no return.
Rosette, shotgun formation, flanked by Williams and Hardwick. Hands off to Hardwick over the left-hand side. Tough run in there, gets out to about the 20.
He picked up 6.
Rosette makes one man miss, but the next Yoakum Bulldog meets him head on and drops him for a loss. Brings up 3rd and 7. More like 6, 3rd and 6, 4.5 minutes left to go. Gobblers looking to put something on the board. Rosette hands off to Hardwick on that little hideaway misdirection play. Short gain.
You got it.
Brings up 4th and 3. And the Gobblers are going for it. Rosette. Looks like they may try to draw him off sides, huh, Ray? The play clock is down to 0.
Cuero called timeout. I think they were trying to run a play. Maybe not, or I don't know. They were faking signals in.
Trying to draw them off and didn't work, so Gobblers call a timeout. No, actually, they were penalized 5 yards for the delay of game.
Okay.
Moved back 5, so it's bring up 4th and 9, and now the punt team comes out. End over end kick, fielded by Jaden Jones, brought down by Kalen Malandrakis. Bulldogs will start with great field position with 3:23 left to go in the game, up 27-0. Yep, they broke the huddle with 12.
That's crazy. On that last possession for Cuero, we ran the ball 3 times. The clock never stopped, and we ran off 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And the possession before for Yoakum, they ran the ball 3 straight times, and only 1:07 went off.
All right, so the illegal substitution pushes this thing back 5, 1st and 15. Ball's on the ground. Quarterback is wrestled to the ground by Bo Fournette. Good hustle there by Bo Fournette to get in the backfield and disrupt things. The quarterback is number 1, Ashton Douglas.
So they lost from all the way out to the 50. A loss of 11.
There was a flag on the play. Not sure what the signal was. The penalty was declined, so it'll be at the 50.
Yoakum's put the ball on the ground, I think, 3 times tonight, or 4 times tonight. It has been able to get on top of it every time.
Hands off up the middle to Heights. He gets nothing. Bo Fournette, Lucas DeBoard. Third and 10.
No, 3rd and 26.
I'm sorry, 3rd and 26. I don't know what I was looking at. Two receivers split to the right, one to the left. First hit by Fournette, finished off by number 20, Sean Burks.
That's one of those, I'm glad the referee had restrained. It was not a face mask. He just stuck his arm out, and his arm kind of went across his head. But in the NFL, that would have been a 15-yard penalty.
All right, so
a sack for a loss of 13.
And we have a Cuero timeout. It's 4th and
39.
39 with a Cuero timeout. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the game. Deep for the Gobblers to take this punt is going to be number 8, Breck Yellaby. Good high kick. Fielded by Yellaby. Makes one man miss. Cuts up field at the 50. Tough run in there inside Bulldog into the Bulldog side of the field. So
from the 29.
You saw Yellaby Ray as a quarterback in his running ability. I mean, that's a great weapon back there as a punt returner. Ball's going to be spotted at the Yoakum 44-yard line. Minute 53 left to go.
So from the 27, 23, and 6, that's a 29-yard punt return.
3 receivers split to the left-hand side. Tyson Williams lined up behind Rosette. Rosette takes a snap, looks, throws downfield, caught by Breck Yellaby at the 29-yard line. Nice pass and catch there by those two guys. First and 10. Minute 36 and counting. Rosette rolls to his right, evades the rush, incomplete.
And that was on target, though.
Yeah.
He had a chance.
Intended receiver was LeBron Johnson. Good coverage there by number 13, Kyle Carroll. Rosette hands off to Ellaby. He tries to bounce it, gets cut down. No gain. And we have a Gobbler timeout.
Ooh. That was almost dangerous. One of my stat sheets almost went flying out the press box, window.
That wouldn't have been good.
No.
All right.
Okay,
so
2 plays to get 10 yards here.
Coach Alvarez gives them some final instructions. They go straight to the side, to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Your quarterback rolls to his left a little bit, throws in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, number 21, Deverick Mathis.
Little behind him.
Little bit behind him. 4th and 9. Play clock under 10. We have no timeouts left. I don't think they're going to get it off, Ray. They didn't get it off. Flags fly. Push them back 5.
I think you're going to see a double pass here.
Oh,
They're going. Rosette's going to throw it to Ellaby, and behind you is a lateral out wide. It's going to be.
Three receivers split to the right.
Nope.
Rosette drops back, throws downfield. Caught in and out of the hands of LeBron Johnson. Man, that was a great pass by Rosette.
Put it right on the money. If he wouldn't have scored, it'd have been 1st and goal inside the 5.
Ball goes over on downs. You got to think that the Bulldogs are going to go into
Victory
formation.
You would certainly think so. We can't stop it. They really only have to snap it twice.
Yep. Folks, the offensive player of the game, Ray, I'm going to go ahead and jump out here and give the offensive player of the game tonight.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Grace Memorial Chapel. Got to be Jerry Rosette.
That's exactly who I would have voted for. I mean, although statistically it doesn't look like much, but the offense at least had some cohesiveness.
Hey, he came out in the second half
to not,
and after not seeing a down yet so far
for
this year,
and played well.
Played very great, very well. So our offensive player of the game is quarterback Jerry Rosette, sponsored by Grace Memorial Chapel. Folks, that is the ball game, with the final being Yoakum 27, Cuero 0. We appreciate you watching and listening, and tune in next week at 7:30. The Cuero Gobblers face the Navarro Panthers at Gobbler Stadium. Ray?
Yep.
Enjoyed it.
We'll do it again next week. Same time, same Gobbler channel.
Thank you.